we might be able to do. So there's a little bit of proving yourself, I think, for a player like that, and maybe Alpha is another one that could fit into the middle of the pack, right, and be a bit more of a consistent mid leaderboard kind of guy rather than a superstar. So there's a little bit of that going on as well, and I think that could be interesting to see if there are going to be rotations around with the players if Spirit can't find the success that they want. So it looks like we are indeed into the game. We've got an immediate tech pause, unfortunately, but it's good to get some Counter-Strike on our screens. Hopefully not waiting too long for the game to get underway.
Yeah, exactly that. But all things considered, this is going to be an interesting game. A pretty tough one to make any sort of assumptions coming in towards it. We hope that forZe find that level that we know forZe can play at. They are actually, when they want to get going, a pretty solid team. The only problem that we've seen for them is lacked a bit of consistency. But all things considered, we're back underway. Team Spirit going to start on that CT side as expected. forZe on the T side. Sneki going to play through that heaven position. Keegan had some okay moments towards yesterday's game versus Sinners, but nothing. Neki's going to be the first to be tested.
Not quite yet, though. It would seem he does not want to take the test. They're going to let the bomb go down here, so a full retake coming in. Flashes and Molotovs. MagnoJez just flying down. Going to take a little bit of damage, but as long as he can find a headshot, it should be all good. However, Krad takes him out from the side. This bomb is planted so very open as well. By the way, Krad's still alive here. Somehow, the knives are out. Down goes Krad. What is happening here? Oh my goodness. Not Taneki, the only one left. There's not a lot of time on that bomb. And they are firmly in his head, right? They know that it is most likely to be a fake. Gokashima's going to go give it a check right at the very tail end. But now they know they've won it. Shalfie will even find the kill for good measure. What a wacky way to start this one.
Funny piss run. Nobody survives as well. Baz getting a knife just in the... He runs out of ammo, Baz. So rather than waiting for a reload, he's like, well, why not? Let's just knife him. I respect it. That's money in his pockets at the very least. And of course, it does facilitate a buy. Baz drops the M4 over to MagnoJez. And there will be a level of a force around it. Now, normally I don't like a force, but I don't mind this one here. Just because of how kind of wacky that pistol was. And because they got a knife, at least they have a rifle to speak of. And it is on the impact man as well. MagnoJez can avoid the triple nade that comes through. My God, he does spot one into a silo as well. Also, a good position for them. If they find this round, they can start pulling away nice and early.
Krad with the opener. Baz in for a trade. Going to take the smoke on the dome. However, it's all a distractionary move, I suppose. Double spray down, not going to happen for Resalt. But they've got a good idea of the presence. And therefore, they fancy their chances over on B. However, down below, it is Robbo that's waiting. Not sure if it should be Alpha, if his name's a bit sideways, or maybe we've got a different sort of stand-in coming round. Nonetheless, a 1 versus 1 for Tinia now. Baz is very far away from the bomb site. He opted to, recover the Galil. So the bomb will go down. However, this would be a heck of a thing if he could pull it off.
Gonna play to a single. He's actually played this perfectly to Nip without really understanding. He's heard the jump as well. That's a sound cue. All he needed. Now he can just tuck his head. He heard that jump down. Baz is a known quantity, whichever way he likes it. All Tanir has to do is hold and wait. Drop on towards the site. Swing will come through, and Tanir knows the way CS2 is meant to be played. Swings back into him. And he's going to find forZe that round. 2-0. Great start for forZe, and now, of course, we do see Team Spirit going towards that eco that is sort of expected from somebody early in towards the game. Had to come towards someone at some point, and now Team Spirit, of course, for them. No real investment to be brought to the table. No wacky knives of any sort to facilitate buys. So forZe find a second. They should get a pretty comfortable third on the board here, which for a T-side of Nuke is a really nice start.
Gokashima. So looking pretty good on towards this A-bomb site here. Keep them kills rolling in. A few more Deagles left in play. Could certainly take a cheeky frag if needed. Nice pick up by Magno. Jez, but the round itself obviously is not going to happen. No madness here.
Grad, looking for the last. Robbo, he's just that. Looking over towards credit here. Spots one. Shall be delete him. Actually done. Really nicely done, all things considered. There's that 3-0. Only the one casualty. It's all that matters. I think when you look at this game so far as well, especially compared to when we watched forZe versus Movistar, even though Movistar had the coach, forZe look way more confident right now. They're playing this game that we know they can play, where they take a lot of these aggro peaks. They essentially rely on the individuals. They rely on kind of the raw mechanics. It's working. And this is what you want to see out of them. Playing a pretty solid game right now. Shafi's going to fly towards our side. This is what we're talking about. Aggro peaks, they rely on themselves. Damage dealt to 2. He's somehow still alive, not for much longer.
No, indeed. Looking good on the AWPs as well. So this is a fair advantage right here. Nice pick up onto Krad. Only Result and Gokushima now remaining. And they don't really know where to look or where to go. A very fast round from both teams ultimately. And Team Spirit have held their own. Rather, the Academy boys have held their own first round on the board pretty early for the CT side.
What you want to see as well. First of all, buy. Make it clean. 4 alive. Exactly what you want out from Team Spirit. Things now, though. Fortunately, come to a bit of a grinding hole. We do see a pause. Get called in. So just hold and wait. Nothing really to expect out of anything really at the moment. The buy for forZe, it's actually doable. Shelfie can go into the kind of the full AK armor. They can get Galils around it if they want to. They could also half buy, and Shelfie keeps hold of a little extra money if he wants to drop an AWP. But yeah, as you can see, investments are coming through. I don't mind this really at all. I think it's probably the right way to go about it. They've got enough money to facilitate at least some level of a buy. Gokushima's the only real question mark in that sense. Maybe just the likes of a Tech 90. Could maybe hold his own. We know we're like at close range. Shelfie going to go towards a buy. There you go. Gokushima's got a Tech 9. So it's salvageable. It's serviceable in terms of investments for forZe. And of course, the tech pause done as well. forZe bring to the table. We got a triple AK-47, 1 Galil, and a Tech 9 to wield. On the inside though, full rifles, and Keegan's got that AWP still.
Going to take a lot of damage on the way down the ladder. These fellas don't like using, you know, the apparatus around them to break their fall.
Hey guys, they're there.
Adrenaline junkies. Yeah, like, just relax. I don't know. Keegan going to take a bit more damage. It could come back to bite him in the backside. He is on the AWPs. Not the end of the world, really. Magno Jez going to find the first one to Krad, spamming away through the smoke. Probably the best player to lose in a way. Gokushima will upgrade onto the AK now, and we're all on AKs. Keegan with a frag onto Result, sort of lurking outside. B-bomb site is where they want to end up, but Spirit Academy boys are here quite quick. Just Gokushima now.
Nice shot's been hit, I gotta be said. Keegan, some double from him, but they're limited right there. Door is open. Gokushima knows this. This is pretty tough to kind of make anything. Robbo's spamming behind. He's on the left-hand side as well. 35 seconds to speak of 1v3. Not impossible. Feels highly improbable as well. He's had to shift that smoke. He'll get caught, surely. And Robbo expects it, waits, finds, and that'll be Spirit Academy up towards their second. It's an okay position to be in right now. CT side. Ticking a few over round by round. And of course, with forZe now in toward the low buy, we're not really going to expect any sort of investment here. Team Spirit, they should tie this game up 3 rounds apiece. So forZe, while they are kind of the odds favorite, the other side that we'd expect to be kind of the top level here is maybe a little bit harder than expected.
It is indeed possible. But we'll see. Just a blip for now. I'm sure there will be a recovery here from forZe. careful on the ramp. Will manage to hold the line, but runs out of ammo. He is, of course, limited by the tools that he has. MagnoJez down below, ready to hold the back of Silo here. So should be all good. I don't know that they really make it through, to be honest. And, you know, something very interesting. Spirit, pretty happy to go for the aggressive rotations. A lot of the time you see teams opt for more of a retake mentality on the B-bomb site. But Spirit are moving players up and down quite quickly, quite loosely. So we'll see if that is something that forZe clock on too early, because it could certainly be abused.
Yeah, for now. AKs across the board for forZe. I think a lot of the success early into this game came off the back of a little bit more kind of pace, for example. That's where they're doing a lot of their best work. And, well, I think now you need to have some question marks about what kind of tempo they set here. When they speed things up, Team Spirit seem to now be kind of aware of it, expecting it to a degree. So they've been dropping early util themselves, not a Neki. Did spam. He would have heard that tag.
Oh, there you go. Result going to find the opener. Shalfie, meanwhile, cheeky little smoke play on top of Mini. We've seen that a few times over the course of CS2 with these new smokes. Solid two-man advantage for forZe. Not really cost them all that much at all, so they are in a winnable position from here. We'll see how the Academy boys react.
Robbo sneaking around towards outside. Don't think they're going to be given the luxury of saving anything here, and Result's making sure that is the case. Keegan, though, good line up. Oh, and he just gets deleted. Shalfie is so damn crisp. All down to Baz. Big things from Big Baz, but he can't even come up with the first. Tanir will see him off. Flawless round from forZe. Exactly what you want out of the T side here. And a bomb plant just for a little bit of extra cash, too. Ain't bad. Ain't it bad? And a 4-3 scoreline. forZe, as T sides go, this would already be a somewhat okay, even if it was like an 8-4 in favor of Team Spirit. 4 rounds of the T sides is not the worst in the world. The way forZe are playing right now, they've got plenty of chances to start pulling away, even take a lead heading in towards their CT side. That would be huge.
Yeah, I mean, just clean up the rifles a bit more, right? That's sort of one of the big things is obviously they're riding on the pistol wave, as it were. Another fast round coming in, though, not wasting any time at all. Playing aggressive. Spirit have looked good in these types of rounds, you know, holding against the fast pushers, but forZe kind of baiting them out, back and forth, and Result, that's what they were waiting for. The linchpin play for 2. Absolutely fantastically read. Oh, he's lucky as well. He does get taken down eventually. Comms a little dodgy, though. MagnoJez was out in the open reloading an easy frag, but nobody checked him. And therefore, he comes away with 3.
I'm very confused. I don't understand what happened in the comms there. Kills one, very obviously, that Vent player. Then gets a second, and then the AWP's still looking over towards Vent, not alt Vent. Now he's tucked himself into the close right-hand side. There's surely no way Shalfie clears this. He's checking everything, but side turned. MagnoJez walking away with 4K. Should have only been probably, what, max 1? And he walks away with 4. All credit to him. He took his chances and took him well, but really questionable towards forward. I don't know what happened in the comms there basically at all, but it was very messy, very scrappy, and unfortunately not what you'd want to see from the forward side at all. Playing a little more poggy than we expected, especially against the likes of Movistar. And that time, the comms was just all over the place.
Yeah, it's kind of wild. I don't know, man. Just didn't communicate the call, I suppose. Shalfie going to find an entry into this one, so they are back to their fragging ways. Result is all the way down. I don't think this has been, you know, thought of or considered. Oh, MagnoJez. Trying to get a good sense of the timing here. Result, though, going to get a lurking frag. So, yes, it's great that MagnoJez is in behind quickly. However, CT side are just so confused, and the B-bomb site is wide open. Krad's watching behind anyway now, so how useful is this flank, really? Yeah. Save going to come in. forZe back on the board. They will retake the lead.
Did have the chance to be something, but yeah, it's unfortunately not to be. Managers, he will fall. And that'll be that, I think, as well, if you're the remaining two CT players. Like I say, probably, prior to staying alive, but what's Neki sticking around? And Baz isn't exactly far away. Neki could be in trouble here. Shadow spotted. Down he falls. I feel like they're very unsure about where to save, more than anything. Baz looks down. He probably gets a freebie. The only problem is he does that. He does show his shadow. And Gokushima will see him off, but he came from above anyway. No one saves. And forZe will find that fifth as well. That'll have a little bit of a knock-on effect towards Team Spirit. They ain't got the money to work with. forZe going to get a freebie of a sixth here as well. Which, again, goes back to what I was saying earlier. As T-sides go, not bad. Absolutely take these every day of the week. This is exactly what you want to see coming forward from the forZe side. They should be coming towards these matchups and dominating. Right now, they actually absolutely are.
Oh, nice find from MagnoJez at the start of this round, though. So that's certainly something on the board, as they've opted to fully spend in. You got to make it work, right? So finding the first pickup is definitely a good sign. And, they'll perhaps look behind and be like, okay, it's just one guy. It'll be fine. Great reposition here from MagnoJez. Good timing. Maybe in for a bit more. No, he does eventually get taken down, but they have a good position to work with now on the Spirit side of things, and it's only getting better. More kills come their way. Just Gokushima and Tanir left to pick up the pieces in this round.
Well, what can you do, really? If you've Gokushima and Tanir, this was the prime opportunity for everything to fall in place for you. It's not to be. MagnoJez with a double. He continues to step up. He's making a name for himself. 10-8 right now. The round's not done, but it feels like it is. It's so split up here. Two forZe players, but it looks like they want to dive in towards the A site. First true test is going to be Baz here over towards single door. It's just about when Baz checks in and around vent. Tanir waits for anything. Single door smoke will come through. Baz going to respect it, but that's a mean gap. Doesn't matter. Robin finds Gokushima. One man left. Tanir is in a world of trouble. Will find one. It's a consolation. That's all it is. All tied square again. You can't be losing those of your forZe. That's a pretty poor one to lose.
Yeah, really, really rough, man. That's 2 rounds now, by the way, that they have let slip. I would say when they weren't necessarily easy wins, but they were definitely, 70-30, really. So should be a pretty substantial lead for forZe at this point. And it is, in fact, even. And the Spirit Academy lads have said, okay, well, hold on. We're actually fragging. We're playing well. This is working. Let's take a timeout and use this opportunity, man. We have got a chance to give ourselves a pretty good half here.
Yeah. Exactly. You have a spot to do exactly that. What's been taken? An ultimate round. A pretty important swing round as well. This, you don't want to speak too preemptively in the way, because we've already just seen an eco converted or a semi-eco converted, but it feels like you got a 2-for-1 special here. Because this is a swing round. Whoever wins a round, economy should take a real knock as well. It feels like you have a big boost trying to take a second. Look at the speed that forZe are setting in towards this one. 2 have crossed down towards Secret, but not the bomb. The bomb's going to remain just for a little bit, and then it'll join up with the rest. Shalfie going to stick around towards our side. Jumping up on towards heaven. He's a garage player. He feels like he expects it. He hasn't spotted him.
Yeah, not yet. MagnoJez going to find Resalt, though. Shalfie's like, yo, A's kind of clear. I don't know what's going on, guys, so be prepared. That they are prepared for B. Yeah, this is a bit wacky. They're going to come back up the vent. Nice find from Baz. Oh, nearly another one for him as well. 5-7 spam. Comes close. Unable to find the frags. 4 versus 3. Shalfie in the rafters. Completely unexpected. And that's what he was banking on. So now bringing it back into a doable situation for the T side. Baz to move in slowly. Shalfie's got so much control here out towards heaven. Really going to be difficult to get past him for sure. MagnoJet falls to Crad down below. Does get mollied. That's kind of hilarious. I think that's because he killed him while he had a Molotov out. Tanir at the back vent goes unchecked. Looking for 2. And he's going to get them with the help of Shalfie. forZe will secure number 6.
Yeah, it's all right. It is all right. There's that 6 we spoke about. And like I said, it does feel like a 2-for-1 special, just in the sense that, as we talked about, Team Spirit just do not have the funds to work with. So we're going to see a scouting play for Keegan, and 4 for Baz. And then just a few pistols. And that 1 MP9 actually does squeeze out with a half armor and a smoke. So beats a util. Kind of a choppy buy, all things considered, but Team Spirit just going to try and make anything that they can out of this. Gonna move worse. Easy at all. Jappy holding for a push. Doesn't get anything just yet. Magna just will go looking towards our side. It's Baz for the first.
Looking good. Baz once again proving to be reliable in the middle there. And they are fighting back pretty good, man. Pretty good. We'll see here. Robbo holding at ramp. Bit of a unorthodox angle, I think it is safe to say. He will be thwarted. Yeah, I'm not so sure about that hold, to be honest. Yeah, no, it kind of needs them to all go rushing past you and not pay any attention. If they're taking their time, it's a relatively easy clear. Keegan comes next. Shot misses. Just got to ultimately try and stay alive here and buy some time, you know, for some help to come around, but he will fall. And therefore, forZe have got control of the map.
That's that. Crad can now start to work things up as well, as Tanir will head up towards heaven. A lot of space to speak of here. Shafi got the bomb in tow. I think he just got the right idea. I feel like Crad's going to be the linchpin as well. He won't be expecting to come super surely. Doesn't matter as Shalfie goes on high. Nice flash. Baz is all that's left. He opened up this round. Now he has to close it. An ace needed for him. Team Spirit to take this one. It feels unlikely. He has been heard as well. And Shalfie's going to see it off. 7-5 for the half. Not bad for forZe on the T side. Let's see if they can continue it after the break.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back into the second half here. forZe and Spirit. Pretty difficult to split these teams at the moment, and it is, of course, the Spirit Academy. If you are looking down the left-hand side there, like, who the heck are these guys? Main team playing off in Dubai. Crad, gonna try and hold down ramp, but he doesn't really give it too much of a go there. Gonna bail off pretty quickly.
Oh, tap from Crad, though. Keegan. Night sunshine. Down he goes. Crad sticks around for a couple more as well. Double stack here as well. So Robert and Baz can't really swing, but now the onus is on the CT side for the retake, because Magna just finds Tanir on the lurk.
Looking good. Oh, Baz with a big one. 3 remain then for the CT side. They've made their way out, but they now have to find the frags, and Resalt might be the guy to do that. Played pretty well in the early portions of this game, but it is getting harder and harder. Shalfie will be the next to fall. Spirit win the pistol, and they will be able to close this gap swiftly. Very, very high amount of pressure going to be on forZe from the get-go then.
Immediately, you've got Team Spirit kind of breathing down the necks, and it does put the onus again on to kind of forZe to try and take back a lot of the control, like, kind of the tempo of those games. But so far, I think for Team Spirit, this is the dream start. You've gone into the T side of your opponent's map pick. Started off well with this round under your belt. They should have continued playing quick. I love this. Very fast tempo. Trying to see the fight immediately to forZe.
Ooh, a couple of kills for the pistols, though. This is what happens when you move in fast without the info. It can be dangerous. Gokashima takes out Magno, Jez, and Spirit Academy, you know, they were feeling good, feeling like they were matching up against forZe. However, they have come crashing back down to reality with a round like this, just saying, look, these guys, the aim is crisp. You've got to give them the respect. And a quick A rush against the pistols into a stack, into a crossfire, ain't the respect they deserve.
Keegan and a Galil. Going to try and save face a little here. A couple of consolation kills would be nice, but all things considered, it's a pretty embarrassing round to lose. This was such a minimal investment, and you're spot on. When you go in quick like that, just not checking your corners properly, a couple of kills come very early. Also, a really nice nade that came up from heaven. It very heavily tagged up the vent player, but also the single door guy running out too. So really chunking it. I'm not actually exactly sure who threw it, but it did a hell of a lot of damage. That'll be forZe back into that 2-round comfort zone, but honestly, probably should be taken a little bit further. We are going to see Team Spirit respond with a force buy of their own, but unfortunately, they don't even get the luxury of even SMGs. Just upgraded pistols for them. It's not a dream position, but we'll see what they can do with it. This one might be a little slower now that they don't have too much to work with.
Crad on the angle here. Are they going to come through this smoke? It looks like it. Flash is good. Crad will have to give it up. Gets the Molotov out, but cannot survive the onslaught. He will have a fair amount of information to work with, but unfortunately we'll have to rely on the rest of the team to pick up the pieces, and, well, they will do just that. Tanir with the triple spray down. Makes it look way too easy. forZe starting to steamroll ahead now.
That ain't bad. That ain't bad. I mean, this is, you know, all the conversations about how spraying is so difficult in CS2 and all the rest. That was really nice done. Very well controlled as well, as the pressure started to mount onto him. 9-6. Few rounds out of their opponents as well. And of course, they will expect there shouldn't be too much of a fall buy going to come forward of any sort for Team Spirit. So forZe should lock in double digits, no real problems asked it. That is massively important this early on in towards the game. Shalfie, what a swing. That's so ballsy. And it works wonders, but Magna just above that smoke deletes Gokashima in response.
Nasty. Shalfie only good for 1, so we are taking a fair amount of damage here. AK going to be recovered, but unable to do anything. Maybe second time. Nope. Crad will take him out. So double digits hit. This game is moving fast, baby. Yeah, no, this is one of the things we were talking about. Team Spirit, they got the individuals maybe, but the structure is not necessarily there with the Academy team. They don't quite understand or want to play around the methodical draw out utility, draw players out, that kind of thing. They just want to go for the fights, you know? And it's kind of interesting how that is a very young person's way to approach Counter-Strike, for sure. You know what I mean? You're just there, you're gaming, you're fragging, I'm well good. I just want to show these guys that I'm sick. Yeah. But there's a little bit more to the game than just clicking heads.
Absolutely. Spot on. There's a lot more that needs to be brought forward. Result. Nice proactivity there. Catches Keegan. First full buy back for Team Spirit. Not starting all too well.
Yeah, not the best. Still space for recovery, though. Just depends, man. What have they got in the back pocket? They have indeed slowed this round down. Plenty of utility to work with. Just need somewhere for it to work, which is the difficult thing, you know? They're potentially just looking at a big ol' execute and relying on that. However, Magno just goes digging for information, loses his head, sets up Result to continue fragging away. Controlled spray from Crad will leave Robbo all alone.
Robbo, poor fella, what does he do? 5. Honestly, maybe save? I know, like, a lot of people don't like to do it in this situation, but I just feel like having an AK to work with in that next round is so much more beneficial. Also, a bomb plant would be nice. It wouldn't be too bad either, man. Like, obviously, a miss shot. Second time asking, also a miss. And has actually got a little, you know, Crad slightly punished here. This is actually looking a little rough because Robbo's making something of this. So I would save face here in terms of the save call, maybe not, but he's going to struggle to stay alive. And it should fall. And he will. That was a little scrappy on the way out. Should have been a little bit less expensive than it was. A couple of missed shots there. Uncharacteristic misses from Gokishima, but all the same. He's going to be forZe now. Getting mighty close to that finish line on their map pick. It has to be said.
Alrighty. Let's see if Spirit can give us anything towards the tail end here. We were expecting Nuke to be difficult. Mirage is the playground in which Spirit Academy might be able to bring it closer and maybe even take it over the line. Still going to be a challenge over there, particularly with forZe looking this good on the CT side. Great flash in. Going to give them a lot of space, to be fair. Yeah, and oh goodness, Magno Jez has to pull off a reload. Ah, that's such a shame. Would have been a huge frag and the bomb site open. Does not come off for him, unfortunately, and therefore the rest of the rotations are around to clean up house. 6 rounds in a row here going to be required from Spirit Academy to take us to overtime.
Yeah, it's all order, isn't it? It's all order, to say the least. Unfortunately, I feel like it's safe to say this one is on its last legs. Credit to forZe, though. I mean, we saw in that first half there was a couple of hiccups. We weren't really too sure about what we were going to see coming forward in terms of the response of forZe, and especially with them losing the pistol. You did get worried that this half was going to be a lot more competitive than maybe forZe would want for. Unfortunately, Team Spirit, guns are not look good for them. No gun rounds converted yet at all. It's not what you want to see. Finding 6 as well is on a prime position. Magnetizers towards top main. There's a garage player holding if he tries to do anything sneaky. Unfortunately, Team Spirit left it a bit of a deadlock. U-Tools kept them at bay for now.
Very quiet here. Very important round, obviously, for Spirit. I think they'd want to prove to themselves that they can get a rifle round on the T side. Easier said than done, and the AWP in such a difficult angle to deal with initially. Might be able to trade him out with the utility. He knew that. Molotov costs him his life, unfortunately, but a 1-for-1 and no ground by Spirit made up just yet.
And at the moment, they're going to come through right at the toes there of Tanir. May have been heard, but Crowd will never hear that. Molotov going to come down, flash in the corner, buys him time to just rotate away here. Now in the 4 versus 3, Team Spirit, time running out.
Notaneki looking to lead the charge. Tanir has to be dealt with. Doesn't really know where to look, though. Very clean frag onto the site itself. They were all ready for a B hit here on the CT side. Fen going to be locked out. So, retake is definitely possible. It's just going to take some time for forZe to get round. Don't know if they necessarily fancy it, to be honest. They're playing quite passive, quite safe. They are going to go for it, but there's really not a lot of time to get this retake in, to be honest with you. Down goes the first. However, they will retain the man advantage in particular. result has to take them both down. Can't do that. Only able to find one, and therefore, Spirit Academy will stay alive.
Fine margins. Fine margins, to say the least, but still a long, long old road to recovery. A lot more going to be needed out of this. See whether there's going to be any sort of a conversation or a comeback. I mean, that's the great start, but of course, for forZe, with how successful the start of this half's been, back into five, no problems asked. Of course, the AWP for Kashima wants a fourth. Team Spirit, they've got to get more or less like 2 or 3 in concession before we can even make that conversation of a comeback. And that's just to break the economy of forZe, never mind anything else. Thankfully, though, at least Keeg has an AWP of his own to try and wield.
Very true. See what he can do with it. Utility out here for Spirit Academy. I think they'll be looking to maybe again go for a fast A round, try and test the water with that. It has also been a really common angle for the forZe players to hold on top of the hut. Molly does come in. However, it doesn't really spread to where they want, and I think that might just be their downfall. They get distracted trying to find trades, too many angles to work with. Just going to be Keegan, missed shot, and result takes his head clean off. 13-7, and an incredibly strong CT side there from forZe. You know, we talk about that brick wall effect. In a way, it's where individuals can actually take over the game a little bit more because they're more spread out, right? It might feel like on a T side that it's